about a lot of running backs the Eagles could trade for, bring in. One name we haven't mentioned enough, Alexander Mattison. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I gotta tell you, I believe the little guy, Howie Roseman, Howie Vision, we're all just living in it, is up to stuff. I think he's got things up his sleeves, and I think you may see not just one, but maybe a few trades go and happen by week 1. And we have talked a lot about the running backs, Jordan Howard, Kareem Hunt, all sorts of guys, right? One guy we haven't talked about enough who may actually be the most likely candidate to get traded to the Eagles is Alexander Mattison, the running back from Minnesota. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. More importantly, for daily Eagles content, NFL content. Hey, look, we stream every Eagles game and most primetime games. You ain't going to want to miss it. It's going to be fun. And you know, if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. And make sure you're still subscribed, because you know how YouTube does me. One other thing I got to say before we start. I want to thank some guys that asked me on a conspiracy show tonight. People know I love conspiracies. I love talking conspiracies. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I wanted to tell everybody, tinfoil dingbats out there, if you want to hear a good conspiracy show, check the link in the description and go check it out. Shout out to Koolfrogg. Those guys doing a conspiracy stream tonight. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to make it. It will be fun. Wasn't able to tonight, but I just wanted to shout them out and say thank you for inviting me. Now, I believe as the Eagles get ready to get to their 53-man roster, we are going to see potential trades, okay? And I think there are areas in which we have to have it, okay? One of the areas that I've talked about a lot, the running back. Another one, safety, okay? And it just so happens, I think there are two candidates for both out there. And I'm going to do the safety in a separate video because this one I want to dedicate to a running back. A running back named Alexander Mattison of the Minnesota Vikings. The backup of Dalvin Cook. When you look at him, he is the perfect back for the Eagles. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I've mentioned and brought up Kareem Hunt a lot, but the truth of the matter is, as I said in a lot of those videos, it's not just Kareem Hunt, it's that style, that type of running back. And I believe Alexander Mattison could be that guy. This was interesting. There was an article, LibertyLine.com, Victor Williams, shout out to him. He says, while Kareem Hunt is currently the center of attention, he isn't the only running back that could potentially be moved. Here's a sneaky trade target the Eagles could look into ahead of week 1. And he's talking about Alexander Mattison, okay? Alexander Mattison has been a dependable backup to Dalvin Cook since entering the league and has filled in nicely as a starter when necessary. The former third-round pick has rushed for over 90 yards in 4 of his 6 starts and has racked up 719 all-purpose yards last season on 166 touches. Now, Alexander Mattison is 24 years old. And here's the most important part for me. 5'11", 215 mother-humping pounds. That's what I'm talking about. That size is exactly what I think the Eagles need, okay? He had 491 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and then he went ahead receiving. He had 32 catches for 228 yards, 7.1 yards per catch. So he could catch a little bit out of the backfield and things like that. And in the article, it was pretty interesting. Per Bleacher Report says, among all the running backs on the roster, Mattison sticks out like a sore thumb for the Vikings. The majority of the Viking rushers offer a variety of speed and athleticism, while Mattison utilizes his power and strength more than anything. That's exactly what we're looking for. The Eagles have reportedly been shopping for a veteran running back ahead of week 1, and Mattison's 215-pound frame could help round out the offense. Additionally, the fourth-year back has been fairly reliable for Minnesota, only missing one game due to COVID-19 protocols. So, Alexander Mattison, to me, is the perfect complement to Miles, Gainwell, and Boston Scott. I think the Eagles are going to add a running back before the season starts. I really do. And I know there are some people that think we don't need it because they like Gainwell, they like Scott, and they think our offensive line is good enough, in short yardage situations and things like that. I look at 2 preseason games so far, and there were 2 times where the Eagles had 3rd and 1, and they couldn't get it. And I think both of them were at the 1-yard line. And they got it on 4th down, but they couldn't get it on 3rd down. Now, you may say, well, that's Jalen Hurts. You just sneak Jalen Hurts there. Yeah, you could do that. But I don't want to be always relying on my quarterback. I want to have a back that could come in and get the yardage when I need it. I want a back that in the 4th quarter, maybe I need a change of pace from Boston Scott, Gainwell, Sanders. I need a guy a little more physical, runs a little angry, a little stronger. A guy that when the defense hits, he tires them out. I think you need a bigger back. And I've been saying this for I don't know, months at least, right? So Alexander Mattison is a fantastic name because, he doesn't get the attention the other guys. This is the kind of move Howie Roseman would make, in my opinion. This is the type of back I could see Howie getting. We're all looking in one way. We're all looking at something. And then here comes Howie, the little man with his Napoleon hat on. And he's coming on there calculating the calculations. The cornbread, his big-ass pocket protector on. His pencil protector, whatever the hell it's, I don't know what it's called because I never wore one. But you know what I'm saying. I didn't wear no pencil. I was no nerd in school. Let me tell you, I was the man. People said, you look like this future actor Denzel Washington. I said, I know. You know what I'm saying? But I was Holmes before Mark Holmes. You know what I'm saying? I was the man. But in all seriousness, Alexander Mattison could be the perfect back for the Eagles. And because to me, it's not like Kareem Hunt would be great, right? Of course, if you say first choice, I'll go Kareem Hunt. I would because he's really good. But you don't necessarily need him. You need a back who's big and physical. One of the things with Minnesota, it sounds like, is they got backs behind him who are more athletic, faster, and he's falling back on the depth chart possibly. So they may move him. He's also in the last year of his contract with Minnesota. How he likes those guys with 1 or maybe 2 years at most on a contract, and then to bring them in. We had success with Blunt. We had success with Jay Ajayi. I think, Kareem Hunt, a lot of people look at Kareem Hunt and they go, well, Kareem Hunt is your Jay Ajayi. I think Kareem Hunt is better than Jay Ajayi was. Alexander Mattison may be the perfect, maybe even a better comparison with Jay Ajayi. I think Mattison would be fantastic. And listen, Jay Ajayi had some huge years in Miami. I'm not talking about then. I'm kind of talking about like when he came to Philly, where he was at in his career when he came to Philly. I think Alexander Mattison would be very comparable. He's in the last year of his contract. He's fallen back on the depth charts, but he has something left. And you know what? It could be the perfect situation for the Eagles. The perfect complement. I love the idea of a big back. I really do. I know a lot of people think the league has gotten away from it, things like that. But if you're going to tell me that this offensive line, as big and strong as it is, and to watch the holes that they blow open, but to watch them and, watch Boston Scott go through there, Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Now you're going to add a big physical back who is going to hurt and punish linebackers and defensive backs and people trying to tackle them. It's only going to help the Eagles. I think if you could be well-rounded on offense in anything, it's a good thing. And the Eagles, by adding a back like him, would be very well-rounded. Now, I think also he would be a lot cheaper than Kareem Hunt. So he's a third-round pick, last year of his contract, falling on depth charts. They're going to lose. You probably get him for a 5th round pick. I'm serious. A 5th round pick may get it done. Why? I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, so Alexander Mattison potentially is the perfect target. Now, if you're going to say, all right, you could choose one back, who do you want that's possibly available? I would say probably Kareem Hunt, because I don't think Josh Jacobs is available anymore. So Kareem Hunt would be fine, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. That to me is more of a Kareem Hunt is a situation where maybe at the trade deadline you get him. Alexander Mattison could go before they have to make the 53-man rosters. He could get traded while the Vikings are trying to get down to their 53. And here's the thing. I know the Vikings and the Eagle fans, we've had our issues over the years, but it's not a rivalry thing. We're going to play them week 2. I don't think they would be that worried about it. I don't think this is like, oh, we can't trade them to Philly because they play the Eagles week 2. I don't think that would be a situation at all. This would be a very good move, a very smart move, in my opinion, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I've said, I'm not so concerned. Well, I am to a degree, but I'm really looking for a back like Mattison, a big back, 5'11", 215 pounds, 220. I think Kareem Hunt is also 5'11", 215 pounds. A physical back, a complement to Miles Sanders, a change of pace, a guy to get you, 3rd and 1. You don't want to run Hurts anymore. You've run him too much. You don't want him to take the beating, the hits. You got a back that could go in and get that extra yards. A back that could, do those kind of things. I think it would be a good deal. I think that the Eagles should definitely look at it. I think this is, in some ways, more likely a Howie Roseman type move than a lot of the other names that we've heard. So we'll have to keep our eye out. We'll have to watch. But either way, the Eagles, they're going to add a running back. Now, in the next video, you're going to see, I'm going to talk a little bit about safety position, because I think those are areas where we got to watch for the Eagles to do something possibly before the 53-man roster comes out as well. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. It's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Dude, I'm going to be doing it up big this year. Nothing I love more than like 3 or 4 game parlays, man. Those are my favorite. They don't win much, but I love doing them, right? But, I'll be sharing all my betting stuff with you guys and what I do. But I'm looking here, and the Eagles, their win total, they got them 9.5 over under. 9.5 games. You've got to bet the over on that. 9.5 is the Eagles, plus 120. I am definitely putting money on the over. I'm going to probably put $100 to $200 on the over under. Over 9.5. I think the Eagles hit that easy. Denzel Washington out.